It's time now for the Morning Rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Our next big weather maker doesn't arrive until Friday, so we're in between storms today. We have the sunshine returning to the state, but it is very cold out there and likely to stay cool for the later part of this afternoon with some slightly breezy conditions further off to the east. Crystal?
Kristen, and we're following the day's top local stories. We start with Catherine Mazzone.
Happening today, poll workers will begin recounting ballots. Automatic recounts are required anytime the difference between two candidates' vote count is 1% or less. This time, 3 state races fit that description, 2 in Bernalillo County and 1 in Sandoval County. The tightest race is in House District 29 between Republican incumbent David Atkins and Democrat Ronnie Martinez. Reps with the Secretary of State's office say workers should wrap up sometime next week. By mid-December, the results should be in front of the state canvassing board for approval. Sarah?
This morning, a teen is still recovering in the hospital after getting shot by the person whose car he was trying to steal. Juvenile court records show that 16-year-old Gabriel Gonzalez has a significant criminal history and has ties to a teen gang. Court records show a robbery, aggravated battery, shoplifting, probation violations, and now an attempted carjacking after he and 2 other teens tried to take a couple's car Monday night. Gonzalez was shot in the head by the would-be victim. The 2 other teens fled the scene. Fernanda?
New at 6, President-elect Donald Trump says he's putting his business aside when he becomes president. About an hour ago, Trump tweeted, "I will be leaving my great business in total in order to fully focus on running the country in order to make America great again," Trump says. "While I was not mandated to do this under the law, I feel it is visually important as president to in no way have a conflict of interest with my various businesses."
On to new news this morning. Closing arguments expected today in the case of former Charleston police officer Michael Slager. Slager is charged for shooting and killing Walter Scott following a routine traffic stop. Video shows Scott running away from the officer as shots were fired. The former officer took the stand yesterday telling the jury Scott grabbed his stun gun and that he feared for his life. If convicted, Slager could face 30 years to life in prison.
Police are still investigating the motive in Monday's apparent terror attack at Ohio State University. They say Abdul Razik Ali Artan went on Facebook to praise a New Mexico-born terrorist recruiter who was killed by a U.S. drone strike in 2011. Meanwhile, 3 of the 11 people injured in the car and stabbing attack remain hospitalized, but they're expected to recover.
On to news happening right now. Millions under a tornado watch that spans 4 states. This comes as they wake up to devastation after tornadoes ripped through neighborhoods overnight. In Alabama, 3 people were killed by the deadly storm. 4 children injured, including those that were seeking shelter at a daycare that was destroyed. Officials expected to start assessing the damage from a tornado that hit Tennessee last night. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 3. We're not expecting anything in the way of storms, snow today. It's just going to be the sunshine, but I do think those cold temperatures are really going to hurt this morning as the entire state's below freezing. Not until about lunchtime will we get above that 32-degree mark, so just make sure you're bundled up and make sure the kiddos have all that winter gear on them this morning. Crystal?
On to new news this morning. Another reason Americans should get more sleep. A new report finds lack of sleep among workers in the U.S. costs the economy up to $411 billion every year. Researchers say lower productivity and higher risk of death from sleep deprivation have a big impact on the economy.
It looks like this week's storm was enough to open Ski Santa Fe. The ski area delayed its projected Thanksgiving Day opening after not getting enough snow, but now recent snow combined with man-made snow will allow them to open this Saturday.
Some New Mexico drivers will soon get some money from the state. The state motor vehicle division is refunding drivers after an issue with its new system. Drivers say they tried to renew their registration after getting an MVD notification card, but they were fined $30 for not having an up-to-date emissions test. They say the cards they received did not show they needed one. The state says it's working to fix the glitch and make sure drivers are properly notified.
This morning, a warning from Albuquerque police. They say thieves are now scoping out obituaries looking for possible homes to rob. That's what happened to Holly Spellman. Her mom passed away 2 weeks ago. Police say thieves ransacked the home after seeing that obituary. Spellman says they stole 14 of her mother's paintings. In some of the robberies, police believe the thieves even came back for more.
Okay, how about a check on your early morning drive? Here's some good news as you start your Wednesday morning. Nothing major to tell you about. No major tie-ups out there. As you can see, traffic building volume. Typical spot, Paseo del Norte, right at I-25. Also on Coors as you're heading southbound, just south of I-25. Keep those areas in mind.
The controversial ART construction isn't stopping people from getting to the River of Lights. Right now, crews are working on the Central Bridge, but the city reports more than 5,000 visitors showed up on opening night. That's about 1,400 more than last year and nearly 300 more than in 2014.
Okay, listen up. This morning you can vote to name Albuquerque's Twinkle Light Parade the best holiday parade in the country. The annual parade along Route 66 is vying for the title in USA Today's Reader's Choice Awards. This year's Twinkle Light Parade is set for 5:15 this Saturday, starting at Central and Washington, heading west. Contest voting closes December 8th. You have a few more days to vote. Check out our link on our KRQE News app.
We got to get them to the top.
Oh, yeah.
Same begin. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We're starting at number 5. Happening today, UNM will celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Pit during tonight's game against Abilene Christian. So here's some fun facts about one of the most recognizable college basketball arenas. Then UNM President Thomas Popejoy wanted to build underground to save money. The total project cost only $1.7 million and at the time was the cheapest arena per seat being built. It opened December 1966 with a seating capacity of just under 15,000.
Okay, so the official birthday is this Thursday, but why not celebrate a few days early, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know. Let's
Not
do
too
it.
bad. Okay, happy birthday, Pitt. Number 4 now as kids head to the classroom this morning. APS is dealing with a tough grade from the state public education department. The state gave them a D. The state released grades yesterday showing more districts around New Mexico are improving. Only 6 out of 89, though, earned an A. If you want to read more on how districts and how schools are graded, find this story on our website or on our KRQE News app.
At number 3, a frigid start to our day with most of us, if not all, below freezing, but we will climb to the 40s this afternoon. Very similar high temperatures today compared to yesterday, but the sunshine stays and overnight lows back down to the teens, 20s, and single digits.
At number 2, a warning from Albuquerque police this morning. They say thieves have been scoping out obituaries looking for possible homes to rob. Holly Spellman says it happened to her after her mother died just 2 weeks ago. Thieves ransacked her mom's home, taking 14 of her mom's paintings. Police say be on the lookout. If you know anything about Spellman's case, call police.
Number 1 now, the massive wildfire that forced people in Tennessee to run for their lives, fleeing their homes in the middle of the night. It continues to grow today, and it continues to wreak havoc. At last check, it destroyed more than 250 buildings. That includes entire apartment complexes, many homes there. 3 people have died. Crews are now fighting what's called the largest fire in the state in 100 years.
We have a lot more coming up on Fox New Mexico. ABQ 365 will be here, and we're talking best of the city.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, that issue releases today. We're going to try and pry some answers out of ABQ the Mag.
Try.
Yes.
We'll see you on the other side.